I will be very surprised if I get this video uploaded by tomorrow. Greetings, my name is Brian. Welcome to KillCo Whiskey Musings. Yes, we still do whiskey here. We have a very interesting looking bottle. Like, this is the bottle I feel like I can really clobber someone with. Far North Spirits, the Roknar Minnesota Rye Whiskey Cognac finished. This is going to be a first for me from this distillery. I've heard good things. And I should also point out I'm not exactly a rye guy. I have rye, I enjoy it occasionally, but it's not my go-to. Nice. Oop, okay. Oh, it says on the back, Roknar? Roknar. A true grain-to-glass rye whiskey born of grains grown by the distillery on the family farm. We love that. We love a family farm story. Meticulously milled, fermented, and distilled in small batches. Strangely, all of them happen to be small batches everywhere. Aged in 15-gallon oak barrels from a Minnesota cooperage and cognac cask finished. 80% AC Hazlet rye, Hazlet, 10% heirloom corn, 10% malted barley. I like having information like that on the bottle. That's swell. I got a little whiff of it by accident, but let's begin with the color. Look at that. I find to my eyes that rye often looks a little darker, and if I'm being honest, it also happens to be closer to the color I like my bourbon to look, which is usually more amber. So you look at the wall behind me, you see a lot of bourbon, all of them very similar-ish in color, for good reason. On to the nose. Oh, that's not what I was anticipating at all. It's got a spearmint vibe. It's more herbal. They have my attention, especially when they say specifically what kind of rye they used. I feel like I walked into like an herbalist shop, or maybe even tea, or even a greenhouse with a bunch of different herbs that's being grown there. That's wild. Green. You know, we're talking about herbal notes. We were also talking about when you see something like that, not only do you smell them and be like, that's an herb, specifically spearmint, rosemary, but you also unconsciously think green. There's a slight bit of asphalt. Yeah, unfortunately, the nose is not appealing to me, but it's definitely reminding me of a different rye I've had. But which one is it? Another small batch version. Specifically a different type of rye that almost went extinct. Let me actually just... Yeah! Yeah. That's curious. I'm glad I got that out of my head. Both have a very distinctive rye that they're working with, and it shows in the glass. It is not eucalyptus, it is not black licorice, it's more herbal than anything else. I'm very curious about what the palate is going to be. Forgot to mention, we're working with 47% ABV, which is only 94 proof. Lower than what I usually drink personally, but definitely in the range I like. Anything between 45, 50, and I try to stick under 60% for my preference. It's very light. We got some prickliness. We got some black pepper notes. Eraser? A very faint, like, eraser thing. That was strange. Leather and tobacco. I don't know which kind of tobacco, but not cigarettes. Cigar. I can say that much. Some kind of cigar tobacco. I wonder if it's the proof that seems like it's not as intense as some ryes that I have. Or, of course, we're leaning into the different kind of rye and it not being as aggressive or spicy or prickly. Mm-hmm. We got a little bit of gingerbread cookie. It's growing on me, honestly. Especially right now, it's frigidly cold out. It feels like temperature right now outside is negative 18 degrees Celsius. That's cold. And what's happening here is it's giving me this nice warmth. Now, this might just be alcohol, but it's a very comforting warm. The spice of it really brings something out, as if, if you have some kind of spicy food, it just sort of lifts you up in a certain way. And it's not aggressive though. It's like a pleasant spice. Like what do I do for pleasant spice? Cholula. That's what I do for pleasant spice. Very drinkable. The texture is nothing incredible, but it's not watery. It doesn't feel thin. It's coating my tongue. Yeah. A unique rye, absolutely. And one I feel like would work really well in an old fashioned. It's not dominating in any way, and I think it would pair well with the ingredients of an old fashioned. I have now given myself an excuse to make an old fashioned later. Well, there you have it, folks. As always, live long and prosper. Don't forget to be awesome. And I will see you out there. Special thanks to my YouTube members and patrons for supporting the channel. Thank you for watching. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll see you next time.